speak about the nature of duality. There is this notion that we all are having two thoughts, feelings, separations at all times. And it's not as if it's, as they picture in the movie, it's good and evil. It's just everything has a balance. So this is where they say the dark and the light come into play, like the light self and the shadow self. But overall, it's all one and the same. But to be aware of one, you have to be aware of the other to be able to come to this equilibrium. And this has been spoken about before, this coming back to your baseline, the equilibrium. Because if we work on this like light side only, this brings about a lot of the kind of toxic positivity, almost toxic, love and light, everything's so and this isn't really the true state of being. It's good to be able to access this and to have this understanding, but if it's not integrated with the dark side, and we don't want to say this is, or like the shadow self, this is not anything negative, it's just the same understanding, just in a different way. And the way to fully integrate both learnings and understandings is to know about them, be aware of them, and be able to come to this equilibrium. Because it's by integrating both sides that we're able to understand ourselves better, and we're able to further access what is for us. If you spend too much time here, people see what happens, right? You get to, very negative. Maybe if we're stuck in this darker energy, in the sense of that we're not able to see the lightness that can counterbalance what comes through here. Getting stuck in negative thoughts, feelings, patterns, or ways of being that we've kind of kept with us since childhood. All these things influence it, but these things can be transformed. It doesn't have to stay stuck in this forever. See how this starts off here, and also this has this base, and they can get thinner, smaller, or we can understand it more, so it kind of disintegrates the heaviness of it. And we spoke about this heaviness before, and heaviness can go both ways. It can go both ways, because if in this light phase, if all we're doing is being like light and airy, it's also heavy, but kind of in the opposite way, because we're not being aware of other things. It's kind of like an avoidance, as people call it, the spiritual bypassing. We don't want to be in either of these states, and it can maybe feel good because it can bring a lot of reinforcing behaviors or mindsets or situations that make us feel like, oh yeah, I'm on the right path, I'm on the right track. But realistically, the bypassing is like on this side. You're like avoiding this so much, where we all have this. We're all human. We all have had experiences where it brings us to feel more of this like shadow self. It's just more of a shadow self because it's not integrated. And this light self, if we just completely skip over and bypass, and everything's all love and light, blah, 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 is this realistic? Maybe for some, it can feel like it is, but the true spirituality and the true self, this true being of you, is in this middle. And we spoke about this before, but you have to understand that it's not linear either. It's not, okay, I understand this, oh, I understand this, and then we'll come here. It's always a work in progress, because there's always going to be, this is just a good visual, like two sides. And this is why previously speaking about how counteracting, if you're feeling more like negative and down in the dumps and you're not feeling good, counteracting this with a positive thought, or the opposite thought. Let's say the opposite is probably better. Opposite thought will bring you more to this equilibrium, which is where peace is, your true state of being. None of these are really you, in the sense that you're getting too caught up and not integrating. So to feel the true you, to feel very in yourself, even with this, if you're like, everything's great, we don't want you to come too negative, but just think, hey, what's the opposite thought? This also helps you understand others more. It's not just about you. It's like everyone. Because some people are always in this, and some people are always in this. Not always, not 100% of the time, but often you'll be able to see the people that are being able to see the difference in how they respond to certain situations. And this is really important in being able to grow as a person, because it helps you understand others, not just self. This is not just a self journey. We're not just here to discover self, because we are also here on earth. We are also here, and this is part of this is understanding others too. So in being able to feel more balanced in yourself, this also extrapolates to others in the world that we come into contact with. Because if we're here, which feels fun and light and airy, but other people are here, this is why it feels so challenging to come in contact with them. This is more like the push and pull. It's kind of like, tug of war. We're like, no, come over here. But they're like, no, come over here. The understanding that not everyone is able to see what you see. This is why the counter thought, or the thinking the opposite, is useful, because then maybe you're able to access what they are seeing. And while it might not be helpful, it's not really your role to be able to win tug of war. Because think about it, it's still bringing resistance and you're tugging. We don't want anything to feel like you're tugging at it, right? It's like usually just like a nice unraveling, unfolding. This is what brings a lot of challenges in relationships. This feeling that we have to pull them over to wherever we think they should be pulled. Because everyone's on their own path. But if we all just work on ourselves, this equilibrium and the understanding that, hey, not everyone's on the same wavelength as me, which is fine. But to be able to understand everyone better, just counter your thought. And this will also help you come to your equilibrium. I hope you understand that it is an interesting journey, okay? Not everything is going to be linear. But it's up to you, in a way, just to recognize if something isn't working for you. You can recognize this, and you have the ability to be able to make such big differences, even if it doesn't feel like it. Just the mindset in how you show up, the mindset in how you respond, the mindset in how you react. Not in this rigid, pulling tug of war way. It can be light and airy too, but not in like a toxic, like in a more grounded way. Like this allows you to see all sides of the spectrum, and it helps you become more empathetic, which is necessary for others also, to feel like they can grow, be them, and they can understand themselves more. So overall, this is not just you. It's you and everyone else, because this is what we're on. We're in the world. We're here together. And don't forget this.